right, rockers, buckle up, because today we're diving straight into one of the most legendary rock albums ever, ACDC's Back in Black. This isn't just a comeback story, love. It's a full-blown resurrection. Grab your air guitars and let's get loud. All right, picture this. It's 1980 and ACDC is on top of the world. Then, bam, their wild, raspy-voiced frontman Bon Scott is gone. Just like that. Devastating. The band nearly packed it all in. But instead, they did what only ACDC could do. They turned grief into pure, undiluted rock and roll fury. Enter Brian Johnson, a bloke who had never even left Britain, suddenly thrown into the biggest shoes in rock history. His audition, screaming whole lotta Rosie in a dodgy London pub, legendary. And then Back in Black, a tribute, a statement, and a full-force blast of riff-heavy madness. The world wasn't ready, but ACDC didn't give a damn. Back in Black, the anthem. That riff? Iconic. Those lyrics? A declaration. Brian was basically saying, we're back, and we ain't done. Wild to think this track was nearly rejected for being too simple. Can you imagine? Here's the thing. This album didn't just sell 50 million copies. Yeah, you heard that right. It literally changed rock history. Here is Back in Black by The Numbers, 25 platinum in the US, ranked No. 4 on Rolling Stone's 500 Greatest Albums chart. It is played at every sports event ever. Ever. AC/DC's secret? No synths, no pretension, just riffs, attitude and volume turned up to 11. Right then, this opener sets the tone proper. That eerie bell toll? It weren't just any bell. That thing was custom cast. Weighed nearly a ton and cost them 20 grand to record because every church bell had birds squawking in the background. Mental, right? And Brian's scream? One take wonder, captured on the first go. Talk about raw power. Angus absolutely shreds this one, blistering riff start to finish. And Phil Rudd's drums, tight as you like. It's a hard rock storm that found a second life as Tony Stark's entrance music in Iron Man 2. What do you do for money, honey? Greed, glamour, and a whole lot of sass. Malcolm's rhythm guitar is the backbone here. And the lyrics? Inspired by Bon Scott's cheeky storytelling. You can feel his attitude woven in. Givin the Dog a bone. Raunchy? Oh, absolutely. Bluesy too. Mutt Lange actually pushed Brian to lean into the cheekiness, even exaggerating his raspy voice to make it sound half comedic. The result? Dirty, fun, and unforgettable. Right, this one's a personal favourite of mine, no question. It's got that slow burn swagger, smooth, heavy, and just a little dangerous. Some radio stations banned it at the time, bit too cheeky for 'em, clearly, but that just makes me love it more. And the solo? Angus improvised it during rehearsals, and it was so bloody good they didn't dare touch it. That kind of off-the-cuff brilliance gives me chills every time. You shook me all night long. Catchiest song on the album, and it almost didn't make it. Mutt Lange had to fight to keep it on. Brian wrote the lyrics on a bar napkin, and Mutt made him do the chorus over 40 times to get it just right. Pop hooks plus hard rock equals perfection. A boozy, gritty tribute to Bon's party spirit. The main riff, lifted from an old Bon-era demo, so it's like he's still jamming with them from beyond. Brilliant. This one goes flat out. Angus uses a bit of finger tapping madness, and lyrically, shake a leg could mean get out of bed or hit the dance floor. Either way, it rips. And we finish with a track I absolutely adore. Like, I could play this on repeat and never get tired of it. The groove's thick, sludgy, and loaded with attitude. It's basically a love letter to everything rock stands for. Legend goes, they banged this one out after a neighbour moaned about the noise during recording. So naturally, Brian lit up a cig, stepped up to the mic, and turned the complaint into pure rebellion. You can even hear him take a drag in the opening. That's not just rock and roll love, that's a statement. It's just a rock and roll, yeah. Right, let's talk legacy, because Back in Black didn't just make noise, it shook the planet. Over 50 million copies sold worldwide. That makes it the second best-selling album of all time, just behind Thriller. Mad, innit? And get this, it's been certified 25 times platinum in the US alone. But here's the kicker. Despite all that, it never hit #1 on the US charts. Madness. And yet, you hear it everywhere. Football stadiums, video games, and, of course, Iron Man blasting out Shoot to Thrill like he owns the place. It's more than music now, it's woven into pop culture. But what makes this album truly timeless? There's no synths, no fluff, no fancy tricks, just guitars, grit, and volume turned up to 11. It didn't chase trends, it set them. A proper masterclass in keeping it raw and real. All right, legends, that's the story behind Back in Black. A tribute, a triumph, and a proper slap in the face to anyone who thought ACDC were done. If you loved this deep dive, hit that like, smash subscribe, and rings that bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Because we've got more albums to shred, more madness to uncover, and a whole vault of 80s rock history to unlock. And tell me this in the comments. What's your favourite track off Back in Black? And don't say all of them. I want a proper answer. Till next time, keep those horns up and crank those tunes.